So you can see there's a lot happening behind me here. And you may be familiar with who's up here. We have KFAI Radio's Jacquie Maddix here, otherwise known as LadyJ, and her band, who she'll introduce. I do want to mention that her band and folks that are in this line of music work on Saturday nights. And so to get up on a Sunday morning after doing late night Saturday. Yes, thank you. So LadyJ, as folks know, is about blues and about connection. She believes that we as a multicultural people connect with one another through music and thought and through our spiritual experiences together. She tells how the lyrics of the blues reveal the ancient form of spiritual worship practiced by the African slaves on the southern plantation. She, along with her musicians, used the music to help us all remember that we're all still one people and we remain connected to one another, to body and to soul, and to body and to soul with each other. LadyJ.
Thank you, Tina. Put your hands together for that young lady helping to introduce us. I am LadyJ from KFAI Radio, but in performance, I'm LadyJ Griot, and Griot is an African storyteller, and we're going to tell you something about another aspect of the blues you may not be familiar with. But right now, I want to give you the message of the day as well as the message of this music. And first of all, I just want to have you put your hands together. As she said, these gentlemen played late last night and were still able to consciously get up this morning and join us here on this Sunday morning. Brian Dyke, Dave Larson, and Jack Taylor. Put your hands together. I'm not joking. If it wasn't for these gentlemen, I wouldn't be able to do this. And that's why I want to tell you, part of that message is about that. It's about that connection. And what I'd like you to take away from today is the knowledge that we, as human beings, are not bodies with a soul inside of it. We are souls with a body on the outside, and that body operates as a vehicle. And that's what that music and all indigenous music is really all about, connecting to that aspect of you, that soul self. That's why you find people loving the blues no matter what continent they come from. There are some folks all the way from Japan that can't speak a word of English, but they can play the blues because it's all about that connection to their soul. In fact, people say to me, LadyJ, as a blues DJ at KFAI Radio, what does the blues mean to you? What is it really all about? Is it about being oppressed? Is it an oppression thing? Is it a feeling? Is it a lifestyle? And I say to them, no. The blues is really all about connecting body to body, soul to soul, consciousness to consciousness. I draw down the power of the sun until the earth and her people are one. Let me spread magic till my life's work is done. I draw down the power of the force to keep the earth and her people on course. Let my work here gain spiritual force. I draw down the power of the stars, those earthbound and those on fire. Let my work here be without par. Spirit, spirit, come to me. Spirit, spirit, come to me. Spirit, step across the line. Let thy power be mine. Give me power I can feel. Give me power to heal. Step across the line. Let thy power be mine. Spirit, come to me. Spirit, spirit, come to me. Step across the line. Let thy power be mine. Be with me. Stay with me. Spirit, be me. An aspect of an African chant that is the basis of the blues. It's chanted by the African or any indigenous peoples, shaman, medicine man, medicine woman, their magic maker to lower the barrier in between the worlds so you can step across from the material world and into the spirit world and bring back healing, prosperity for the tribe. That is what I say is the basis of the blues. You see, from its roots in ancient African tribal religion to its contemporary offspring called 12-bar blues, this music was and always will be about healing, the altered consciousness necessary to bring about healing, and spiritual connection. For the ancient African, the music was originally a vehicle that carried the shaman to the spirit world and back again. But for the transplanted African slave, music became the vehicle for the ancient practices that were forbidden by the owners of the plantation. The indigenous belief in the divinity of all things found its expression in the music and allowed the root workers and healers to maintain their connection to the spirit world. The blues is about that connection. It's about believing in the music as a living expression of spirit. You see, if you believe it, you've touched it. And if you've touched it and it has touched you in return, then you have acquired the power to heal. It's all in the music. They call me voodoo woman, and I know the reason why. They call me the voodoo woman, and I know the reason why. When I raise my hand, you know the sky began to cry. They call me the voodoo woman, I live through water, spy dry land. They call me the voodoo woman, live through water, spy dry land. I can tell all you men, if your woman got another man. I got a rabbit's foot in my pocket and a toe frog in my shoe. Crayfish on my shoulder looking dead at you. Got dust from a rattlesnake, black spider bone. If that don't do it, baby, you better leave it all alone. Call me voodoo woman, and I know the reason why. Brian Dyke. Black spider bone. If that don't do it, baby, you better leave it all alone. Call me voodoo woman, and I know the reason why. The sky cried, Thank you. Voodoo, Voodoo, Candable, Santeria is all just another name for ancient African tribal religion. And that concept comes up over and over again in the music that we have come to call the blues. It came with the slaves from Africa to America. It mutated, it changed a little bit, but that sound, that thum, ba-thum, ba-thum, provided by the bass and the drums, it never changes. And why? Because the people didn't change, they just mutated. They learned another way to do it, they learned another way to live it, but it's still their way of worship. In fact, anthropologists call it animism, the belief that everything is animated and everything is alive. And as such, it can be appealed to. All indigenous people practice that. Whether it's a rock or whether it's trees or whether it's animals, whether it's the sky, it can all be appealed to get its blessing or its help. It's all animated. It's called sympathetic magic. What sympathetic simply means is like attracts like. If you want to work love magic, you put red things together, like that shirt that lady's wearing. If you want to work prosperity magic, you put green things together. Again, it's all about your intention. If your intentions are good, then generally your magic is good too. Howsomever, there's always those whose intentions are not so good, and they find their magic sometimes backfires. It's because they were thinking evil. Well, I believe, baby got a black cat bone. I do believe my baby's got a black cat bone. Everything that I do, everything I do is wrong. I tried so hard, get along with that man of mine. I sure tried so hard, get along with that man of mine. No matter what I do, that man is cheating and lying. Walk down to Dallas, Texas, down to Wichita Falls, got to crying about the big-headed man. No, I can't walk at all, I believe. Baby's got a black cat bone. Everything that I do, everything I do turns out wrong. The man that's trying to hoodoo me. Don't think I'll ever get free. Hoodoo. Thank you. I know you've heard that term come up in the blues over and over and over again. Black cat bone. Yes, it does literally mean a bone from a black cat. See, if you, again, thinking about sympathetic magic and animism, if your intention is to harm another person, then you would do something like that. You would get the bone from black cats, and you would use it to hurt another person. You've also heard that term goofer dust. Putting goofer dust around somebody's bed. Again, back to our ancient African tribal beliefs. Goofer dust is a term that comes from Africa. It comes from the word kufa, which means to die. If you are intending so desperately to hurt another person that you would actually get that dirt, which is dirt from a graveyard, and generally, it has to be from a freshly dug grave in order for it to be potent. If your intentions are that menacing, if you are that malicious, that you would actually go to a graveyard, a freshly dug grave, get the dirt and put it around somebody's bed, man, the spirit world had a way of getting back at you because it gave you the power to do good, not to do evil. And the old folks could see that evil potential in you. And they would look at you and they'd say, "Chow, you was born under a bad sign." Since I could crawl, if it wasn't for bad luck, wouldn't have no luck at all. Hard luck and trouble is my only friend. Been on my own since I was 10, born under a bad sign. I've been down since I could crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, wouldn't have no luck at all. Well, I can't read and I can't write. My whole life has been one big fight, born under a bad sign. I've been down since I could crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, wouldn't have no kind of luck. If it wasn't for real bad luck, wouldn't have no luck at all. And I ain't lying. Brian Dyke. White whiskey and mints, soul of crave. Great big man gon' carry me to my grave. Born under a bad sign. I've been down since I could crawl. If it wasn't for bad luck, wouldn't have no kind of luck. If it wasn't for real bad luck. Bad luck. Thank you. Written by a gentleman named Albert King, who was as many of you know, from Mississippi. He was from the South, and his parentage, his heritage, taught him about that living under a bad sign usually meant you were up to no good, because the elders could see that. They could see that in you. And a bad sign was generally the owl hooting at the moment that you were born. Maybe stagnant water was in a pool the minute you were born. Maybe the moon turned a funny color when you were born. Albert, as well as B.B. King and Muddy Waters, they all grew up in Mississippi, the generators of this music. They imbued the music with what they were imbued with as children growing up in slavery and in that era of time right after slavery, known as the time of sharecropping, after the Emancipation Proclamation. Remember, the Emancipation Proclamation, the end of slavery, was 1864. It's 100 years before many of you were born, which is only 1 or 2 generations from the folks that we credit with creating the blues, male and female. Like my mother, born in Indianola, Mississippi in 1923. She's the youngest of 7 children. She was the first to learn how to read and write. So I'm second generation out of the South. So I learned what my mother taught us as well about growing up in the South, and that information is what is inherent in the blues. It came, again, from Africa. It came into the South. It lived in the people that became the American slaves. Those were the folks that created this music known as the blues. Again, a bad sign. It usually meant you were up to no good, generally. And those old people, they could see that in you, and they'd say that. They'd say, "Child, you was up to no good." Oh. And usually they were right, because they knew things that the rest of us didn't know. They were the elders, almost directly from Africa, with maybe only a half a generation away from the direct information. Now, these elders also knew something was not quite right about that intersection we call the crossroads. How many of you have heard that fable, the myth of Robert Johnson finding his skill at that intersection known as the crossroads? It's supposedly a true story, but I got it from Robert Johnson's stepson, Robert Jr. Lockwood, that Robert Johnson made that story up. Now, that might be true, might not be true, but what was it about the crossroads that was so magical? It's because it's a power spot. An intersection is where ley lines are, power spots. Longitude and latitude cross over one another in that spot. And if you're not careful, something can step across time and come through at the crossroad. Yeah, the elders say, that's another one of them things. You better stay away from the crossroads.
Crossroad, fell down on my knee. I went down to the crossroad, fell down on my knee. It's a good for mercy, won't you help me please? Standing at the crossroad, trying to flag a right. I'm standing at the crossroad, trying my best to flag a right. Did nobody seem to know me? Everybody passed me by. Standing at the crossroad, rising sun going down. I was standing at the crossroad, rising sun go down. To my soul, I believe I'm sinking down. You can run, go tell a Willie Brown. You my distress. Lost at the crossroads.
The number 3 is a big number in magic, and that also plays a part in the crossroads, because you're in 3 places at once. When you're at a crossroad, an intersection, you're in the present, where you just arrived, but you're also in the past, where you just came from. You're also in the future, with a future road right before you. 3 places at once, the past, the present, and the future. That was what was so powerful about the crossroads. It's an opportunity, and whatever you do with that opportunity is entirely up to you. Opportunity also plays a part in something called shape-shifting. The shaman, the lead chieftain, the shamanka, the female shaman of the tribe, the wise women, the wise men, you know they're the lead chieftain. They have the ability to shape-shift, take on the characteristics of the animals that are sacred to the tribe. You've heard of that man, his name is Chester Burnett, but what was his blues name? Howlin' Wolf. He took that on purpose. His memory, his past memory, his ancient memory is of the wolf being sacred to his tribe. And so, not a singing wolf, but he's a howling wolf. He took on that shape shift. You can also be strong as a bear. You can be smart as a fox. You are really good if you've learned how to sting like a bee.
Well, I'm a queen bee, buzzing around your hive. Yes, honey, I'm a queen bee, buzzing around your hive.
buzzing. Slim Harpo, if you're looking for that tune. Of course, he calls it King Bee, and the women that do the tune flip it around and make it Queen Bee, but the concept is still the same. And that's where Slim Harpo is taking that concept from. You gotta be the lead chieftain, the leader of the tribe, to be able to shape shift and make animals your allies. That's big business. If you're a shaman, if you're a conjurer, a root worker, you have to be truthful and respectful to the animals that are the totem animal of the tribe, as well as being respectful to the ancestors as well. So it's like earth magic, being honest and truthful to the animals, and then sky magic, being respectful to the ancestors, because you get your power from your ancestor. In fact, to be a shaman or to work the gifts, you generally got that from your mother. It goes from mother to child and down. Not the father. And in fact, for the man to be the lead chieftain or the lead shaman of the tribe, it was his mother who had to co-sign that. Think about it. The Queen of England is the queen. Her husband's a prince. He's Prince Philip. He isn't King Philip. Elizabeth is queen because her parentage made her queen. It comes from your mother down to you. See, if you can prove that you had 2 generations of the gifts, of practicing the gifts, then your magic was twice as strong. You got 2 times strong mojo. But if you could prove that you were the 7th child in the chain, and that's where the number 7 comes up in magic over and over again. If you could prove that you had 7 times strong mojo, the old people would say, child, you can heal the sick and even raise the dead.
Everybody's talking about the 7th son. Whole round world, there is only one, and I'm the one. Brother, I'm the one. Well, I'm the one, born from the 7th son. Well, I can tell your future for it come to pass. I can do things for you that makes your heart feel glad. I can look in the sky, predict the rain, tell if your woman got another man, 'cause I'm the one. Brother, I'm the one. Well, I'm the one, born from the 7th son. Well, I can hold you close, squeeze you tight, make you cry for me both day and night. I can heal the sick and even raise the dead, make those little boys talk up and out of their head. I'm the one. Brother, I'm the one. Well, I'm the one, born from the 7th son. Got much mojo. Make your little heart skip a beat. I can take you, baby, hold you in my arms, make the flesh quiver on your very bones, 'cause I'm the one. Brother, I'm the one. Well, I'm the one, born from the 7th son. Well, I'm the one, born from the 7th son. son. Born with a caul over my face. Old people know what I'm talking about. That skin that you gotta peel off the baby's face. Thank you. Usually it means that person is psychic. They have the gifts. That language, that way of being, is so integrated with life on the plantation, it's really hard to separate the two things. The blues and life on the plantation are really one and the same. We even came up with our own language. I call it plantation talk. Many of you have heard some of these terms. That term juke, whether it's a juke box or a juke joint, J-U-K-E, juke, it's really an African word, J-O-O-K, and it means making love. It means having sex. That's what it means. Juke. So a juke joint was a shack, just like all the other shacks on the plantation, but it was somewhere that the young people would sneak off to, be outside the eyes of the elders and mingle. That's what it means, juke. The term Johnnie Conkeroo, I know you've always heard Muddy Waters talking about his cousin, little Johnnie Conkeroo. Really, it's a root. There's High John and Low John, again, depending on your intention. High John, the Conqueror root, is a healing herb. Or Low John, the Conqueror root, depending on where on the root you take it from and what your intentions are when you do it. There's another term that's gotten a bad rap in these contemporary times. And really, again, it's part of that talk. I call it plantation talk. Really, it's a combination of the poorly remembered African language, because we lost our language, and badly learned English. We didn't learn that very well. We created our own language. And when you hear somebody say Geechee, call somebody a Geechee, that comes from a tribe called Kizi, but we forgot. So when we call somebody a Geechee, Geechee girl, it usually means you still have the old ways. And also, when you call somebody a hoochie cootie, it doesn't mean what you think it means. It just means you can work the roots and you can hold somebody spellbound. Hoochie coochie. Gypsy woman said to mama, on the day I was born, you gonna have a girl child coming. She gonna be a girl of a gun. She gonna make these men jump and shout. Gonna let the world know what it's all about. You know me. Everybody knows me. Well, I'm your hoochie coochie woman. Everybody knows I'm here. In the 7th hour of the 7th day, in the 7th month, 7 doctors say I was born for good luck. That you can see, I got $700. Don't you mess with me, you know it. Everybody knows that I'm here. Well, I'm your hoochie coochie woman. Everybody knows I'm here. I'm gonna work the roots for you just a little while.
together. I call these gentlemen my root doctors, and as you can see, they're working the roots for you too, making magic. Brian Dyke, Dave Larson, Jack Taylor. One more time, put your hands together for these gentlemen. Couldn't do it without them.
Geechee woman say to mama, you better watch them boys. Caught this little girl here, she gonna make them jump for joy. She gonna make these men jump and shout. Then the world's gonna know what it's all about. You know I'm in. Everybody knows that I'm in. Well, I'm your hoochie coochie woman, and everybody knows I'm in.
Working the roots for you. Thank you. Thank you much. Now, next time you hear that term, you know what it's really all about. It just got a bad rap in contemporary times because generally, when you are working the roots or when you hold somebody spellbound, you've got them in your power and you can do whatever you want with them at any time. That's how it got to have that sexual connotation. There's a fine line between sexuality, sacredness, and magic. I see the time is rapidly moving away from us, so we're going to move into this next tune kind of rapidly. The wise ones and the magic makers of the tribe worked the roots, and they did so without payment. It's against divine law to accept money to be able to step into the spiritual world on someone else's behalf. But those wise ones, they learned how to live large anyway. Remember, they always had the most chickens, the most goats, the best jewelry. You always see them all made up. That was gifts from the tribe. Who wants to make the magic maker mad? Nobody. They learned a way to live large.
But if you touch me, something's gotta give. I live the life I love and love the life I live. Don't worry about me cause you think I'm high. I feel good, I'll get by. These pretty boys move me at their will. Live the life I love and love the life I live. Bet all I had on a bed one time. 1 minute later I don't have a dime. I took a chance and I had my thrill. Live the life I love and love the life I live. I may be broke, looking like a bum, but you can bet your life I have had my fun. If you think that I'm over the hill, I live the life I love and love the life I live. I love and love the life I live. I may be broke, looking like a bum, but you can bet your life I have had my fun. If you think that I am over the hill, live the life I love and love the life I live. Living the life.
message of the blues. Living life large, regardless. These gentlemen, put your hands together one time for these fabulous gentlemen. You see, the real message of the blues is all about that. Living life and living it connected. Remember that the blues was not called that by those that created that music. It was called the blues by a company that wanted to capitalize, let's just say, on its popularity. For the men and women who created the music, it was just a way to feel good, and they wanted others to feel good with it too. To Africans who came to this country with this music, the color blue means everything is going to be all right. It means a safe haven. What blue really means is a way to chase evil away, as a matter of fact. In the hospital, aren't the soothing colors of the walls, the blue, supposed to soothe you? A tribe of people that live in South Carolina, they call themselves the Gullah people, G-U-L-L-A-H. They came from Angola, is what we believe. Again, another one of those words, we lost the original meaning, we created our own terminology. They still paint their doors and windows blue to keep evil away. In every god form around the world, every god that is the god of music, magic, or good luck is colored blue. Ganesh, every time you see the elephant god, he's blue. The Egyptian god, Thoth, he's the god of music, magic, mathematics, and medicine. He's colored blue. Even in Christianity, when you see the mother of the Son of God, the Virgin Mary, her cloak is always blue. If it's red, it's Mary Magdalene. You know it's the Virgin Mary because her cloak is colored blue. Blue means you found a safe haven. Blue means transcendence. Blue means everything, everything gonna be all right.
is gonna be alright. Real message of the blues. Thank you for lending me your consciousness for these 45, 55 minutes or so. Thank you all. They're going to pass the offering around now. Please be generous. This is a wonderful facility. Lake Harriet Spiritual Community. I want to thank Gary Persian and Ryan for having us here. We had a very fabulous time. Thank you so much. Just remember, the message of the music is that we're all connected in a tribal way. We just because our clothes got fancier and we have greater toys doesn't mean we're not the same tribe we started out as. We are. And you can find it in unison when we dance and our hips move together. You can find it in the music. You can find it as we connect to one another, body to body, soul to soul, consciousness to consciousness. Now, I'm going to open my circle and give your consciousness back to you. Thank you all for joining me. I'm Jacquie Maddix, LadyJ Griot, and these are my root doctors. Thank you. Has the offering been passed? Then it's time for Lake Harriet Spiritual Community to form its own circle. Put yourselves in a circle position, grab hands, grab arms, whatever it is you need to do to touch one another, because that too is the message of the music. We touch one another through the music, through our consciousness, through our intentions. We touch. Let's never lose that facility as human beings. It's one of the reasons technology is a wonderful thing, but it doesn't let you touch one another. Now you can feel the energy as it flows from one another, from one to the other. Close your eyes and feel the music, feel the magic, feel the consciousness. And remember, we started as one people, and it is to that one people we are returning. Can you feel it? The energy as it flows, as it goes from body to body. Again, I draw down the power of the sun until the earth and her people are one. Let me spread magic until my life's work is done. I draw down the power of the source to keep the earth and her people on course. Let my work here have spiritual force. I draw down the power of the stars, those earthbound and those on fire. Let my work here be without par. And our work is to remember that we are connected to one another. We are our brother and sisters keepers. Thank you.